Today, guys, I'm going to be going through the best ultra combos for your kits that you really need to start using. And if you guys do want a free kit or battle pass for yourself, make sure you drop a like on this video, you subscribe, and you be early to my videos. Anyways, let's get on to these combos. For the first combo that I am going to be going over is the Evelyn kit and the Electra's Blessing. This, when paired together, is super overpowered. If you don't know what the Evelyn kit does, you get these orb abilities, which you can dash to, you get some extra speed, and you get some additional health. And the Electra's Blessing gives you a little bit more movement after 5 seconds of not taking any damage at all. So if you pair this with the Evelyn kit and you bow your opponents and you consume a soul, you become insanely fast because the movement abilities actually do stack. So you'll become even faster every single time you get a slight speed buff. And when paired with the live step mechanic as well, you go even quicker. It is just so overpowered. It's so fast. If you want maximum mobility and maximum movement, this is definitely the combo that you want to go with. The Evelyn is a fighter kit as well. It is a PvP kit, I am pretty sure. And just for general mobility, the Electra's Blessing is a very overpowered because you can just cycle around the entire map just by getting that extra little bit of walk speed. And combining all of the buffs, you become so OP, you become so quick, and no one is going to be able to catch you, bro. And with this super insane fast speed, you can just zip through all of your opponents, get a crap load of damage off of them. It is crazy OP. But yeah, that is only the first combo that we are going to be going through, and these other combos are going to be even more insane. Like the Sheila and the Ares Blessing. The Sheila kit is very overpowered on its own just for a number of reasons. For starters, you get the Seahorse, which not only heals you, but does passive damage to your opponents to stop them from regenning health. But once you get the tier 3 Seahorse, you get this laser beam ability, which does constant ticks of damage to your enemies. And when paired with the Ares Blessing, which basically does more damage every single time you get consistent hits on your opponents, it becomes very overpowered and starts dealing a crap ton of damage. If you combine this straight directly into a PvP fight, you are going to do so much damage to your opponents, it's not even funny. This is definitely my go-to for a ranked match because I want to be dealing as much damage as possible while passively healing on the side. And if you pair this, if you're playing as a Juggernaut and you pair this with a Noelle Slime, it is going to be crazy OP. You'll definitely be the most powerful Juggernaut in the game if you have that extra damage, that extra healing, and the Noelle Slime. It is definitely a combo that I would recommend picking up, and especially if you pair this with something like Critical Strike or Lifesteal Enchant, it is going to be a crazy OP. You're going to be doing infinite amount of damage. The Altar is definitely changing the way that players are playing ranked right now, and you definitely want to be using the most powerful combos so you can demolish your enemies. Like this next one for the win streak 1v1 game mode, and that is the Elder Tree and the Trinity's Blessing. This is by far one of my favorite ones to use because it is just so overpowered with the Elder Tree. If you already know what the Trinity's Blessing does, you know exactly why this is so overpowered. Basically, a percentage of the damage your opponents deal to you gets dealt back to them. It's basically like Minecraft Thorns. And with the Elder Tree, you're not wearing any sort of armor, so you're going to be dealing the most amount of damage back to your opponents without even needing to swing your sword. Yeah, it is just that crazy. And if you guys don't know what the Elder Tree does, basically, you get these orbs around the map, you can get some extra max HP, but you can't buy armor, and that's where the real kicker comes in. Because your enemies are going to be dealing the most amount of damage to you, but they're also going to be dealing the most amount of damage back to themselves. And especially if you get that altar really early on, you are going to be laughing at your opponents when they try and fight you and realize that they are removing half their HP just by hitting you, and they've not be able to do anything about it. As well, definitely pair this with like a sword as well, obviously. Like, you want to be able to hit your opponents as well. Like, make sure you're dealing damage to your opponent. Don't just sit there and let them hit you, because they will kill you eventually. It may take a little bit of time and half their HP, but they definitely will kill you. So you definitely want to make sure that you're fighting your opponents back as well. And it is very good for hands-on PvP combat. Definitely, I would recommend using this in the win streak 1v1 game mode if it is sort of a late game and you're playing with the Trinity kit. And maybe the duels game mode as well if you're playing with like a friend or something like that. But yeah, would strongly recommend using the Elder Tree and this kit combo specifically. Because yeah, it is just crazy OP, dude. Like, your enemies are not going to be able to do anything about it. I think I got like a 20 win streak in duels or something like that just by using this strat, bro. It is so OP. PvP. And yeah, for the next one, guys, we have the Ember Kit and the Aries Blessing. Oh my gosh. Do you remember the good old days when the Ember Kit used to be absolutely amazing for spawn killing in 30v30? Well, I got good news for you guys. That is back in the game. If you don't remember already, the Ember Kit used to be very, very powerful for being able to spawn kill in 30v30. Basically, before lifesteal was nerfed, you were able to just absolutely spawn kill everyone and get max HP because you can do the Ember Dash ability and just get infinite lifesteal on your opponents. But now that it's based off of damage, it is a little bit more difficult. However, this is where the Aries Blessing makes it so much better, okay? Basically, if you don't know what the Aries Blessing does, as I said earlier, it does a little bit of passive damage every time you consistently hit your opponents. So if you combine this with the Ember Sword that does a dash ability, a 360 dash ability to all of your opponents, if you do that in a squad of 30 people, yeah, you're going to be dealing a crazy amount of damage. This is definitely a kit combo that I would strongly recommend because it is so fun to use in 30v30. You just demolish all of your opponents. You spawn, kill them like crazy. I'll even throw up some footage of me doing this, bro. It is so fun. If you want to play with like a squad or something, get together like a super overpowered squad and just wipe out lobbies, you'll make so many kids rage quit, all right? And the Ember Kit and the Aries Blessing is definitely something that I would try out, all right? Especially if you can get that lifesteal enchant. If you're not playing 30v30, though, Crit Strike is also another really good enchant to use if you're playing squads. But honestly, lifesteal just works so much better with it. Anyways, guys, the next best kick and ultra combo that I do want to go over is the Cigaret Kit and the Electra's Blessing. Now, I'm sure you guys saw this coming, but honestly, the Cigaret Kit is actually sort of an underrated kit right now. Not too many people are using it, which is actually kind of disappointing. If you don't know what the Cigaret Kit does, you get this little seahorse elk thing. Not seahorse, bro. What am I talking about, bro? It's not a seahorse. Does this look like a seahorse to you? But yeah, you get this elk, which you can ride, and it gives you a little bit of extra mobility. It's actually a pretty good mobility kit. However, pair this with the Electra's Blessing, and you go crazy quick. You're literally going to be able to farm infinite wins because you're just zooming around the entire map. You're going to be able to cycle and collect as many resources as possible. And literally, all you need is 7 diamonds as well to get that initial speed buff for the Electra's Blessing. It is so damn overpowered. If you want to be able to go as quick as possible without having to spend too much, this is definitely the best way to do it because literally the elk is free. You start off with the elk. This is good across every single game mode, solos, duos, squads, 30v30, 5v5, literally every single game mode, bro. It is so overpowered. Definitely give it a go if you want to go insanely quick in your Roblox Bedwars games, since the Cigarette Kit is just such an overpowered kit, bro. Anyways, guys, the Nck and the Aries Blessing plus the Critical Strike is probably the most insanely deadly combo that I could ever think of. Basically, guys, if you don't know what the Nck kit does, after you charge up your ability, it does literally the exact same thing as the Aries Blessing. So when you combine those two together, bro, it becomes crazy overpowered because you're basically just double stacking your combos. Combine this with Crit Strike as well, you're going to be doing so much extra damage, dude. This is definitely a really good kit combo if you're just absolutely amazing at getting combos, because this sort of playstyle literally rewards good PvP. So make sure you're hitting consistent combos on your enemies and you'll be doing a ton of extra damage, bro. If you're really good at PvP, this is definitely one to try out because it is very, very overpowered. Anyways, guys, the next best mobility-based kit combo that I'm going to be going through is the Flora and the Electra's Blessing. If you guys don't know what the Flora kit does, I don't even think I need to explain it. It's one of the best mobility kits in the game right now. Basically, you get these beehive grenades, which you can use for both a rushing and an offensive kit. Place the beehive grenades at your feet and they launch you forwards. You can use the Flora's glide ability just to glide straight across the map. And you can use them to deal a decent bit of damage to your opponents as well. It's such a good overpowered kit. But when you pair this with the Electra's Blessing, which basically gives you the extra movement, you are just going to have the ultimate kit combo because you're going to be zooming around the whole map with your Electra's Blessing whilst also flying around the whole map with your Flora's beehive grenades. Now, I couldn't name a more more overpowered movement kit combo. Literally, there are so many ways that this can be abused, guys. If you want to get the ultimate rushing bed break strat, bro, this is it. Get a Flora on your team right now. Play as the Flora kit. Use the Electra's Blessing because it is so damn OP, bro. I'm not sure if this would be pretty good for ranked. I don't think it would be, to be honest, because you'll just get shot down. But literally in every other game mode, screw them, bro. They're just going to get absolutely destroyed. It's so good for early game as well. You can just go fly around the whole freaking map, bro. As long as you get that altar, you are chilling. Definitely give this a shot if you want to go zooming and flying around the whole map at the exact same time, because this is definitely the kit combo for you. Anyways, guys, another really overpowered PvP based kit combo with the altar that I have for you guys is the Hana and the Aries Blessing. If you guys don't know what the Hana kit does, I'm just going to quickly explain it. Basically, the Hana kit, you get this execute ability when your opponents get below 10% HP. And there is some pretty decent range on it as well. But pair this with the Aries Blessing, you're going to get your opponents a lot lower, a lot quicker. And that is why I put it on this list, because it is actually really good at getting your opponents really low really quickly. Especially since that execute ability, it does stack. So if you are playing in like 30v30 or squads, you're able to just wipe out squads clean. I probably have some footage on screen right now of me just absolutely destroying all of my opponents. And if you pair this with a lifesteal enchant, you'll be able to fully regen every single time. It is very, very OP. Anyways, guys, I mentioned a lot of mobility kits, but I think this one really needs to be on this list just because of how overpowered I found it to be, and that is the Jade/Void Region and the Electra's Blessing. If you want the ultimate god tier solo strategy / combo, this is it, guys. This is what I'm using every single time. This is my main at the moment. This is my go-to. If you want to know what I'm using in my solos games, it is definitely the Void Region and the Electra's Blessing. That is my go-to. I love using the kit combo because sometimes I just want to go and rush people's bases, but the axes just aren't doing it enough for me. So instead, I use the Electra's Blessing to get a movement advantage over my opponents, and that is exactly how I do it. I combine the two movement kits / PvP kits to make the ultimate solos combo, and that is exactly how I win every single one of my solos games right now. It is definitely very, very overpowered because the hammers you do get from the Jade and the Void Region kit launch you forward, and you get that additional extra speed, which is so handy. And if you are playing LT based game mode, you can pair it with like the Noel slimes and the Baker's Pie to just make it even more overpowered. I definitely want to do a video someday where I just combine all of the healing kits to just become the most overpowered guy in the game, in the lobby, bro. So stay tuned for that. All right, that video is coming up soon.